Bring my soul out of prison, that I may confess thy name.
I am rich in passions, and clothed in the deceitful robe of hypocrisy, and I rejoice in the sins of self-indulgence. There is no limit to my lack of love. I neglect my spiritual understanding that lies at the gate of repentance, starved of all good things, sick through want of care. O Lord, make me like Lazarus, poor in sin, that I be not tormented in the flame that shall never be quenched, and pray in vain for a finger to be dipped in water and laid upon my tongue. But in thy love for mankind, make me dwell like the patriarch Abraham.
The righteous shall wait patiently for me till thou shalt reward me.
I am rich in passions, and clothed in the deceitful robe of hypocrisy, and I rejoice in the sins of self-indulgence. There is no limit to my lack of love. I neglect my spiritual understanding that lies at the gate of repentance, starved of all good things, sick through want of care. O Lord, make me like Lazarus, poor in sin, that I be not tormented in the flame that shall never be quenched, and pray in vain for a finger to be dipped in water and laid upon my tongue. But in thy love for mankind, make me dwell like the patriarch Abraham.
Out of the depths have I cried unto thee, O Lord, hear my voice.
Your souls, O holy martyrs, were filled with an insatiable love. Not denying Christ, ye endured great sufferings and torment, and ye cast down the tyrant's pride. Ye kept the faith unaltered and unharmed, and now ye have gone to dwell in heaven. Since ye have boldness before Christ, pray that peace be given to the world, and to our souls great mercy.
Let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication.
When thou wast journeying in the flesh of Jesus on the other side of the Jordan, thou hast said to thy companions, My friend Lazarus is already dead and now has been committed to the tomb. And so for your sakes I rejoice, my friends, for by this ye shall learn that I know all things, since I am God, inseparable from the Father, though in my visible appearance I am man. Let us go then to bring him back to life, that death may feel the defeat and utter destruction that I bring upon it, bestowing my great mercy on the world.
If thou shouldst mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? For thee there is forgiveness.
O ye faithful, let us follow the example of Martha and Mary, and as intercessors let us send to the Lord our acts of righteousness, that he may come to raise up from the dead our spiritual understanding, which lies insensible within the tomb of negligence, lacking all feeling of the fear of God and having no vital energy. So let us cry as once by thy dread authority, O merciful Lord, thou hast raised up thy friend Lazarus. So now give life to all of us and grant us thy great mercy.
For thy name's sake have I patiently waited for thee, O Lord. My soul hath waited patiently for thy word. My soul hath hoped on the Lord.
Lazarus has now been 2 days in the tomb, and he sees the dead from all the ages. There he beholds strange sights of terror, a multitude that none can number, the prisoners of hell. His sisters bitterly lament, looking upon his tomb. But Christ comes to bring his friend life, that a single hymn of praise may be offered up with one accord by all. Blessed art thou, O Saviour, have mercy upon us.
The first prokimenon is in the 4th tone. I will walk acceptably before the Lord in the land of the living.
I will walk acceptably before the Lord in the land of the living.
I am well pleased, for the Lord will hear the voice of my prayer.
I will walk acceptably before the Lord in the land of the living.
I will walk acceptably before the Lord
In the land of the living.
The reading is from the book of Genesis. Thus when Joseph came home, they brought the present in their hand to him in the house, and bowed down before him to the earth. Then he asked them about their well-being, and said, Is your father well, the old man of whom you spoke? Is he still alive? So they answered, Your servant, our father, is in good health. He is still alive. Then he said, Blessed be that man in God. And they bowed their heads down and prostrated themselves. Then Joseph lifted his eyes and saw his brother Benjamin, his mother's son, and said, Is this your younger brother you said you would bring to me? So he said, May God grant you mercy, my son. Now his heart yearned for his brother, so Joseph made haste and sought somewhere to weep. Then he went into his inner chamber and wept there. He then washed his face and came out, and he composed himself and said, Serve the bread. Now Joseph could not restrain himself before all those who stood by him, and he cried out, Make everyone go out from me. So no one stood with him while Joseph made himself known to his brothers. Then he wept aloud, and the Egyptians in the house of Pharaoh heard it. Joseph then said to his brothers, I am Joseph. Does my father still live? But his brothers could not answer him, for they were stunned in his presence. But Joseph said to his brothers, Come near to me. So they came near. Then he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Now, therefore, do not be grieved or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to save life. For this is the 2nd year of famine in the land, and 5 years still remain in which there will be neither plowing nor harvesting. For God sent me before you to preserve you as a remnant on the earth and to sustain you as a great remnant. So now it was not you who sent me here, but God, and he made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord of all his house, and ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Hurry then and go up to my father and say to him, Thus says your son Joseph, God made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, do not tarry. You shall dwell in the land of Goshen, and you shall be near to me, and you and your children, your children's children, your sheep and oxen, and all you have. There I will provide for you, lest you and your household and all you have come to poverty, for 5 years of famine still remain. And behold, your eyes and the eyes of my brother Benjamin see it is my mouth that speaks to you. Therefore you shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and of all you have seen, and you shall hurry and bring my father down here. Then he fell on his brother Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept on his neck. Moreover, he kissed all his brothers and wept over them, and after this his brothers talked with him. Now the report of it was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brothers have come. So it pleased Pharaoh and his servants well.
The second prokimenon is in the 4th tone. I will pay my vows to the Lord in the presence of all his people. I will pay my vows to the Lord in the presence of all his people. was deeply humiliated. I will pay my vows to the Lord in the presence of all his people. I will pay my vows to the Lord in the presence of all his people.
The readings from the book of Proverbs. A troublemaker is called rash, arrogant, and boastful, and he who bears malice is called lawless. Desires kill a slothful man, for his hands choose not to do anything. The ungodly man desires evil all day long, but the righteous man shows mercy and compassion unsparingly. The sacrifices of the ungodly are an abomination to the Lord, for they offer them lawlessly. A false witness shall perish, but an obedient man will speak guardedly. An ungodly man resists shamelessly to the face, but the upright man himself understands his ways. There is no wisdom, there is no courage, there is no counsel for the ungodly. The horse is prepared for the day of war, but help is from the Lord. A good name is to be chosen more than much wealth, and good grace more than silver and gold. The rich man and the poor man meet with one another, but the Lord made both. An astute man, seeing an evil man severely punished, is himself instructed, but those passing by without discernment suffer loss. The fear of the Lord and riches and glory and life are the offspring of wisdom.